Hey friends, Joe the Farmer here. In today's video, we're gonna do something insanely cool. The people at Greenworks have sent us a package and this is the future. I mean, 100% this is the future. I cannot wait to share this stuff with you all. We've been talking with them for a little while. It's finally here. It's on a pallet. It's down here in one of the areas where a truck can actually drop it off. We need to get the tractor, we need to get the pallet forks, and there's some assembly required here. But I'm gonna show you how to do that, and I'm telling you, this is super cool. We can use this for all kinds of stuff, and you ride on it. Even big dudes like me, we can ride on it. We're gonna hop on the golf cart. This is the Rocca RG C1. I actually have a Greenworks blower we're gonna bring down there, and a Greenworks pressure washer, which that's not part of this package. I own those, I bought those. So this is so cool. I can't believe we get to do this, but thank you all for following along. Let's go check this stuff out. All right, so we're gonna try and see if we could do this a little bit smarter than I usually would. After a major hip surgery from doing stupid things most of my life, I'm gonna see if I can't unload this pallet, cut this one loose, lift that over onto the pallet forks, and then gently place it in my shop. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I don't know that it's gonna work. So yeah, stand by. Use your legs. Oh yeah, look at that. See, the younger Joe would not have done that. The younger Joe would have just muscled it and then wondered why he had to take ibuprofen that night as he got past the age of 30. But now that I'm in my 40s, I've realized, be smart. Don't work hard, work smart. That worked great. All right, so we're gonna bring it in the barn. First, I need to blow the barn out because it's nasty. If we're to work in there, it should be a little bit cleaner. Not just a shameless promotion, but yes, I own a Greenworks blower and have for a long time. Worked perfect. Okay, before we get started, there's two elephants in the room I need to address because I know y'all are insanely smart and you're gonna ask me questions about it. One, yes, there's a ton of diesel spilled on my floor here because the diesel tank on my RX actually split. So one of the issues that RXs have had is that seam, that welded plastic seam came apart. So that's why you see diesel on the floor. It's all cleaned up, it's all fixed, not a big deal. Second thing is, I have a blue finger. We did a viral video on Facebook. There's about 1 million views on it and a couple 100,000 on YouTube. I put pond dye in the pond. Pond dye got on my finger and I have a smurfed finger. So those are the two things. No need to ask a bunch of questions about it. It's not a big deal. My finger will go back to normal, I think. And the diesel tank is fixed. So let's dig into this thing. Greenworks 60 volt, fat tires, should be able to go off-road perfectly fine. 3,000 watt max power, 90-minute recharge, 20-mile max range, 25 mile per hour max speed. We will try to take this thing up the gauntlet, the big hill we have here on the farm, to see how this thing does with me on it. If I fall off, then hey, you know, we made a little sacrifice for science. It has a really cool LED display, it looks like. And then, you know, just kind of looking through, I mean, it has a headlight. This is where the speakers, I guess, are. Man, what a cool machine. There's a couple little details about it right there. This is brand new. I believe that this is exclusive to Tractor Supply. Don't quote me on that. It says it'll hold 220 pounds. I'm over that, so we're gonna test that. And let's see, 1,000 watt brushless motor. So rated motor power, and the motor power on the other side is a little bit different, which that's not my world, y'all. 3,000 watt max power. Whatever, y'all tell me what that means in the comments, but no more waiting. Let's open this thing up. Our knife of the day, I don't even know what brand that is, but it's a little camo knife I found. It's gonna do the job. It looks like it's mostly assembled. I want you all to walk through this, so this is kind of a learning together thing. When you get this mini bike, it's gonna be in this steel cage, but it's also really pretty much put together. Let's see if we can lift this cardboard off And then it doesn't look like there's really a whole lot to it. See, I was hoping I could show off my mechanical skills, make y'all get impressed. Wow. It's got that trademarked Greenworks green on it, which the name Greenworks, I get it. What a cool size. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it'd be kind of that really compact size, but it's not. You have these kind of metal twists. I wear gloves all the time. People give me a hard time saying I'm soft, but as I said before, I'm a guitar player, so I don't play around when it comes to the hands. I wonder if I have any wire cutters. Oh, no wire cutters, so we're gonna have to do it the patient way. I'll fast forward for you guys. All right, my guess is this is probably the battery, and I want to go ahead and start charging that while we're doing everything else, so this way we can be nice and charged up. I'll use the blue finger. It's ridiculous. But let's see what's in this sucker. All right, looks like a lot of manuals. A lot of things that are probably important, but you know, we're men, so we'll read them last minute if we need to. And okay, charger, and these must be baterías because they are heavy. Greenworks Pro, Ultra Power, 8 amps. Wow, very little juice in there. So there's only one bar out of all of them, so we'll get this thing plugged in. This way we can play with it, you know, right after we get this stuff set up. There's really no juice in these things. You want to charge them all the way. If it says 90 minutes, charge them 90 minutes. Make sure you do the entire thing. Battery conditioning on the front end with these batteries is very important, so make sure you do that. That's it. Not a whole lot to it. Now I'm going to tell you all this, and this is a pretty good tip. Do not throw these bolts away. If you have an old coffee can or a place to keep these things, this kind of stuff is handy. All right, this should just come off now. Try not to scratch our mini bike. And that metal frame is now out of the way and out of our lives. Looks like this is going to be the handlebar assembly, and then somewhere in there is going to be that digital gauge too. All these wires being on here tells me don't disconnect those wires. Let's just make sure we can get it on there, and you probably just clip this, lean it over, and get on there. So we need some Allen keys. So one thing I like to do when I'm assembling stuff like this is really see how intuitive it is. Is the packaging and stuff put together to where someone who doesn't really follow the instructions, you know, line by line. I know I joke all the time, say, oh, I'm a guy, I don't read them, but some of this stuff should be pretty easy. This has been very easy so far. Bolts on the bottom, take the box off. There is a toolkit that comes with it. So I didn't look at that. The toolkit has 2 of the Allen keys that we're gonna need to use in order to get the handlebars on there. I suggest you don't rely on a toolkit that's in something like this. That little DeWalt kit that I have is great, works really well. I've used it on so many different things over the years. And I want to say I paid 150 bucks for it like 5 years ago, and I still use it all the time. So great investment for that. It also has Allen keys, but something like this to be included is very helpful. I'm glad they did that. There's not a measurement on here, but since we have these, we'll go ahead and use these to put the handlebars on the handlebar rail. So, or the forks, excuse me. I'm not a motorcycle guy, so the motorcycle guys are gonna correct me, but on the forks. Now what I did do is all the little bolts that were sitting around here, I put them in this little tool bag. So I'll have those for some project in the future when I say, man, I really need a bolt. And sure enough, I'll have a handful of them. Obviously be careful doing this. When I say be careful, don't cut your hand, but also be very careful of these wires. You probably don't want to cut any of this stuff. Looks like brakes, and yeah, here's your LCD or LED screen right there. So you want to be careful of that stuff. Pop that loose. I'll have to figure out how this adjusts, but if you could see these grooves here, that's kind of telling us where these clamps need to be. So let's go ahead and clamp it down, and then we'll figure out how this thing's supposed to work. All right, so now I'm just tightening the sucker down. Just keep these handlebars moving, because that can be dangerous. We don't want the handlebars moving. And then once we get that, then we'll figure out how to get this you know, where we really want that. This feels like a pretty good spot for the handlebars. I think I like that. We'll double check though. As for the display, it looks like the smaller of the Allen wrenches is set up for that. And that's pretty simple. You just kind of He-Man that thing down there and that's on there pretty good. Forks are on there pretty good. Now let's get the bike off of here. There's a handle on the back, similar to a lot of other bikes with like a banana seat or something. I'm just gonna lift the back, all the weight's on the front tire, scoot it over, set it down, and then kickstand goes down. That's it. Okay, so I have the 2 batteries, they're charged up. They charge insanely fast, like much faster than I thought they would. Again, these are the same batteries that you would put in a blower or one of the electric chainsaws or one of those other Greenworks tools. So you can use these batteries for multiple different tools. And if you have a bunch of these, this thing runs down, you swap it out. You don't have to park this like a golf cart or like an electric side-by-side. You just take the battery and drop it in. 4 bars. 4 bars, that's it. So cool. I don't even know what to say. So cool. Take off this little tab. Sorry about the blue finger, y'all. I don't know what to do about it, but it is what it is. All right, so push the button. And we have a little bit of a screen thing on it. It's gonna be blinking because it's LED. It doesn't blink like that to me, so this is all solid. And then you have Sport or Eco. Sport, I believe, will do 25 miles an hour. Eco, I think, will stop at 20. Don't quote me on that. It's all in the user manual. You have drive, neutral, and this actually has reverse, has a powered reverse, which is super cool. This is just like a motorcycle. Turn this to go. You have, whoo, that's loud. Okay, sorry about that. I'll reduce that noise on for you. But then you have light. So, I mean, very, very cool. There is a Bluetooth speaker. All right, we're gonna see if we can take this thing for a ride and give you guys a nice look. This is like, it's like moving a Harley around. Albeit a very small Harley. All right. Man, this is smooth, it's quiet. Gosh, y'all hear that? It's like whisper quiet. It's crazy fun, I'll tell you that. It's very fun. Woo. Well, I appreciate y'all watching this video. That is the Greenworks Mini by Greenworks. Thank you for sending this to us. It is beautiful. It is really well made, very well thought out. Even the packaging was well thought out. That was just very concise, safe, easy to do. I didn't even need the directions. Very well thought out. Great job, guys. And I would say that this is gonna be great for someone who has land. For small kids, no, this is not for little kids. It's too powerful, to be honest. I mean, it's torquey, it's got power, it's got get up and go. My big old butt on that thing does very well. So it's a blast to ride. I'm super excited to have that here on the farm. I could see myself taking this from the house to the barn and get the tractor and go out there and mow, or if I have the big 15-foot mower out in the field, I've thought about this before. If I'm a mile out there and you've got to run back to the house for lunch or something, how do you get back? You know, you could leave this out in the field and drive it back in, drive it back to the tractor and keep mowing. A lot of utility there. Yes, you should have a helmet. I don't have a helmet with me right now. 100% recommend you do that if you're going to ride something like this. It is very torquey and it's a lot more powerful than you think. This is not a toy. So there's a lot of metal on this thing. Those batteries are powerful, and Greenworks, you nailed it. I mean, it is a great, great machine. Very appreciative that you trusted us to have it here on the farm. So we are going to do another video where we're going to do the go-kart. The go-kart is going to get built. That's probably going to be a little bit more in-depth than this one, but make sure you subscribe. Give us a like, follow along. We'd love to have you come along in the future, and just appreciate you all watching this video. So I will catch you on the next one. I'm Joe the Farmer. We out.